Cooper Marcher here. I'm going to do this story in two parts. One today, one tomorrow. And sorry, it's long, but it's worth it. Cairo was more than a dog. He was a one-of-a-kind, lethally trained military working dog, or MWD. Cairo's training was unlike anything you've probably ever heard of. His grit and tenacity made him quite possibly the best soldier to ever walk the earth on four legs. He was absolutely fearless and devoted to his country and the cause. Cairo was a Belgian Malinois who was handpicked in Europe to join the U.S. Special Forces. Much like his human Navy SEAL comrades, Cairo endured training that was designed to separate the weak from the warriors. Many canine candidates quickly found out they just didn't have the right temperament for the job. But Cairo, he soared. Approximately 20% of Navy SEAL candidates complete their training and earn the honor of wearing a trident, but even fewer MWDs can say that. Cairo was described as a one-percenter. His handler and dad, Will Chesney, described him as having a freakish athletic ability and work ethic that seemingly had no limits. Cairo was more than an explosive, sniffing, terrorist killing machine. Sure, he could attack a heavily armed insurgent while rocket-propelled grenades burst nearby without a second thought. But he could also cuddle up on the couch and watch movies with children just as easily. There was something special about Cairo and his inherent ability to know when to flip the switch. Cairo was paired with Chesney, and the two of them spent about 2 months training together in California. Chesney and Cairo were deployed together for the first time to Afghanistan. They spent 4 months neutralizing targets day after day. Cairo was a vital member of the unit. He trudged over rocky terrain and fought alongside fellow soldiers in some of the most intense moments of the war. He jumped out of planes. He rappelled out of helicopters. There was nothing he wouldn't do. One particular night, Cairo was sent to find insurgents hiding among heavy brush and trees. He immediately scaled a half wall and went to work weaving in and out of the trees, using his supersonic sense of smell to sniff out the enemy. That's when it happened. Gunfire. Chesney immediately began calling for Cairo to come back, but there was no sign of him anywhere. Bullets were now flying from both sides as Chesney desperately searched for Cairo, calling him over and over again. Eventually, Cairo appeared, slow and obviously injured. He was too weak to climb back over the wall, and in a valiant effort to obey Chesney's orders, Cairo had taken the long way around. Chesney ran towards him, but right before he reached him, Cairo fell to the ground. I didn't mourn, I didn't panic. We still had a mission to accomplish, and Cairo was no longer a part of that mission. He was gone, Chesney recalled. It's not often that a Navy SEAL's instincts are wrong, but this time they were. Cairo had been in fact shot, not once, but twice at point-blank range, once in the chest and once in the leg. The medic packed his wounds just like any other soldier, and the medevac was called in. Cairo and Chesney boarded the helicopter together and rushed to the nearest base, where Cairo had a slim chance at survival. They slept on the floor together that night because Chesney wanted Cairo to know he wasn't alone. He wanted to be there if Cairo took his last breath. But Cairo wasn't done fighting for his country. Miraculously, Cairo pulled through, and Chesney was awoken the next morning by gentle kisses from his best friend and lifesaver. Join me tomorrow for part 2 of this story. Cooper Marcher here. Ciao.